What's up, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. If you got to this video first, there is a part one to this little series. We are restoring the gas tank on the Evo 9, which I'm sure that's why you clicked here, but there is a part one. I wanted to break it up in little sections because I didn't want to have like a half an hour long video or more on this little process. So we're doing little episodes, so I will link part one up top so you can check it out if you want to kind of get caught up to where we are now. But yeah, I'm happy with it so far. We got all of that OEM like rubbery coating off the bottom. It's down to bare metal, so now we're gonna work on the top part where all the rust is at, and we'll get off all the sensors, the sending units, all that kind of stuff's coming off as well. Then we'll get it taped up and prepared for priming and for coating. So let's not waste any more time, let's get to it. Alrighty, so here is the top part of the tank, all rested up and stuff. I will throw up some shots of the bottom side that we got done yesterday, right about now. And so today we're doing this part. I think I'm going to start right here in this little section because this is kind of like the worst spot. So we'll start here, and then we'll work our way around and just get all this rust taken care of, get it all off of there and nice and shiny down to bare metal. So here we go. All right, about an hour in, we got quite a bit of it done. This is much easier than yesterday with the coating. That took up so much time, I feel like. But yeah, it's I'm using a rougher wheel today. I don't like how it like digs in sometimes, but other than that, it's knocking it off pretty dang fast. So. Can't complain too much about it, but yeah. Well, we have a bit of an issue. That last shot that I showed, I was grinding off a bracket here, and it was just welded on top of the tank. So I was just grinding it off, and then I noticed there was like a little hole here. So the welding went through the tank, and now there is a hole in the tank. So I'm gonna have to find a shop to do some type of welding to it to cover that up and take care of that hole. But so yeah, that's a bummer, but still got some stuff to do to it, so get to working on that and we'll take care of the hole a little bit later. But yeah, that sucks. All right, status check again. It's been probably 2 more hours. We've got some things out and I've gotten around. I'm gonna take some like Scotch-Brite and get like on the edge of it a little bit there, so I don't want to cut my tape with the wheel there. But yeah, we're getting her pretty cleaned up, and I hope that this all this work is all for naught whenever they say that they can't fix that, and then I'm totally screwed. But you know what, you live and you learn. If I could just leave well enough alone, I could have just had that bracket there and not been using it, and it would have been perfectly fine. But I wanted to make it smooth because I'm gonna see it all the time, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, we got these 2 left, and then we should be good to go on getting it all cleaned up and all the entire tank down to bare metal. So that should be pretty cool. And then There's one spot like right in there I just cannot get the wheel into. It's too tight, and ow, there's a piece of wire sticking out. It's too tight and I cannot get it in there, so I may have to use the Dremel for that part right there, but yeah, almost there. And there we go. We got everything sanded, grinded, whatever you want to call it, down to bare metal. I still need to fix this little spot right here though, but I'm gonna get a new wheel, and perhaps with the extra length that I'll get from not using one that's been ground down, I can reach in there and get that out of there. So that's the only spot left, but I contacted a shop and I need to take the tank over to them to check on this hole right here. So it's a little too late in the day today to do it because it's already rush hour and I would get over there well after they close. So I'm gonna skip to the next day and we will run this tank over there and see what we got and see if I'm just totally screwed or we can make it work and we can get it fixed and patch this hole up, and then we're back on track and good to go. If not, actually, here, I'll explain. All right, so first off, I just want to say this has been a lot of fun fixing the tank and everything. It's been a new experience. I've never done anything like that before, and so I'm always down to learn new things, and that's been a lot of fun. But I think moving forward, I should leave well enough alone with certain things, and if there's a bracket you don't need, maybe just leave it. But what I was going to explain outside was these tanks, of course, are discontinued. So there's nothing worse than messing up a part that you can't get anymore or it's really hard to get. But yeah, you can't get the USDM tanks, but you can get the JDM tanks. So there are some nuances with the JDM tank that I'm a little unsure of. I need to speak to maybe some tuners and ask if they have tuned a car with the JDM tank, because it's missing a sensor on there. I think it's a temperature sensor, maybe? I forget which one, but there is a sensor missing, and I want to know if they have tuned a car with it, so to find out if there's any issues or whatever that I should be aware of. So if I find out that we are totally screwed on this tank and I have to get a JDM one, there won't be some big issues. So yeah, is what it is. Got to work with it now. We'll figure it out. And yeah, let's jump to the next day. We'll go to the shop, see what they say, and yeah, cross our fingers that we're not totally fucked. All right, y'all, it's the next day. We're loaded up. Let's go to the shop, see what they say, and yeah, cross your fingers that we're not totally screwed. All right, so we just dropped the tank off. The guy looked at it, said he could fix it, so I am super excited, very relieved. I assumed someone could, it's just if they would. So I'm glad he's gonna fix it, take care of it. He said it wouldn't take that long, so he said he might get it done today or tomorrow. So either way, we can move forward. So I wanna go home, check out those seals and everything that was on the tank, because they looked kind of cruddy, honestly, and I know some of those are discontinued, of course, and so I want to see if they're dry rotted, all that stuff. And even though we're not using the fuel pump hanger and all that jazz, I want to look at that too. So yeah, back to the house we go. All right, so we're back home. We're just looking over some parts here. These seals are, I thought they were a little cruddy, but they just look like they're just kind of old, and they got some kind of hazing to them. I'm going to try to clean them up a little bit, because I don't know. I'll have to get online and look and see which ones of these are discontinued. I know some of them are, some of them aren't. But yeah, they're not too bad, but we'll get them cleaned up. But now that we're getting the tank back, probably tomorrow, I got a new one of these coming, the little top plate there, and then I want to take care of these and sand them, grind them, however I can get them cleaned up. And then we'll coat them. Perhaps I'll Cerakote them. I think that would be kind of cool. So we'll try that, and then clean up all the other stuff and get it looking nice and new, and then we'll get it back in the tank. And I've got all new hardware for the mounting on the tank on its way. I don't know how long it'll take to get here. It's normally about 2 weeks from this place, so it's around that, so we'll see how quickly they arrive. And then, I mean, I guess I'll put this to the side of like parts to have on hand, because we're not going to be using this hanger anymore. I have a new one of those. I'll do a video about all of that here soon. But yeah, this pump that's in this right now is a 255, and we're going to a 450. So that should be solid. We'll get all that hooked up and everything in another video. But yeah, I was going to order all new of these pieces, but I thought, you know what, it's probably not necessary to do all that, so I'm going to just clean them up, make them look nice, and really happy that that shop is going to fix the tank, so we'll be right back on track. So yeah. But I think with all that being said, I want to end part 2 here. We'll get the tank back tomorrow, and then we will set up a little area here, and then in the next part we will prime it and coat it and all that jazz. So yeah, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it very much. As always, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about everything, the progress, the process, anything like that. Be glad to chat down there, and don't forget to do all the other YouTube things while you guys are down there. You guys know how it goes here, and yeah, I'll see you in the next part. Bye.